Namibia is celebrating 31 years of independence from the colonial forces of apartheid and trying to come to terms with the legacy of corruption and incompetence that has thus far been displayed by our leadership under the SWAPO government. It's a Rap took to the streets to talk to Namibians about what they will be celebrating this Independence Day. Here's what people had to say.
I used to sell sweets and stuff. Come sell in front of the shop. And from there, I have family at home, taking my things at home. And our president is giving us food, Harambe, you are 40. All the things, my mother does not have a job. And I say thank you to the president to give us something. And for the politicians, they give us water nearby our houses. And I want to thank them. And then toilets. Some people, they are far also from their houses. They don't have toilets. They don't have taps. They will have to contact far from. So I'm saying thank you for what they did for us. In Namibia, I want to be a police. I'm 15 years old. When I was in grade 6, and then I started selling. My mother lost her job. My mother, my stepfather, my two small siblings. I buy in town. I send my cousin to come buy for me because her mother is going that side of. She's working there. I sell different things. My mother is a baker. She's baking at home, and then from here I come sell maybe bread, Herero bread. I used to sell Herero bread. I stopped selling Herero bread because our house is finished. Now I start this. Last year, when I lost my small brother. I was having two brothers and one sister. One passed away. And then from there, I started. And then I hear my brother is died of corona. I started being afraid of corona. And then from there, this year I decided I'm not going to be afraid of corona anymore. My family will suffer if I sit down. Let me go and sell something, then my family will eat.
After 31 years of independence, really I don't see changing. I don't see it changing in our country because it's like we are not more than how many population? Under 3, but we are still suffering. We don't have houses. We are suffering of food. There's people that doesn't have work. There's people that actually sleeping outside. So I don't see change actually. And the other thing is, you see people, it's just some people that chopping money, eating money, you know, it's not good.
Namibia is a beautiful country. Aesthetically, we are very fortunate to have so much land available in comparison to the amount of people that we are. And it's unfortunate that we are not using our beautiful resources, which is number one, land, and making that an equal opportunity for the people in our Namibian nation. We are 31 years in, but I don't think it is of any value to look at what has gone wrong in the past. The best thing that we can do is look to the future and actually work together towards doing something better and looking at our past as a learning curve.
I'd rather not focus on the things that we can see, the positives, because they are there. It's the negatives that have slowly started to come out. You know, we speak of the bravery. First of all, I'm very thankful of the freedoms that we have in this country. You know, we hear from our parents the stories before independence, and nothing nice there really. So I'm very blessed and very thankful for the bravery that brought about our freedom. But I think we should step up and be just as brave in really seeing through the freedoms or the intended freedoms that was fought for.
I don't see where we'll go really, because it's like everything is still the same for now. Still until now, from independence until now, we are just still the same. There is no change. So I don't know. We will see. We will see. I think maybe if we get another political party, maybe things may be changed. But for now, I don't see it changing.
One thing that's actually positive is that there's some sense of accountability for corruption. We've seen that with fish rot, and hopefully there will be accountability once these men stand trial, and hopefully that will be an example set to the leaders of the future to better use our resources to benefit the country, the nation, instead of benefiting individuals.
The whole justice system must be changed. People must be changed. There must be not one tribe in justice. There must be different tribe in every department. So because of one tribe, people are covering each other, and people they are paying each other under tables, you know. So I think there must be change in a justice system. What I can say for last is like, really, Namibia, we are few people. You see here how we are suffering. People, they are sitting in a parking. What if the car not brake and bump the people? Who will pay those people? And you know, we have land. People must build places for people so that they can sell things. And we are having land in Namibia. I don't know why we have to suffer.
We do have the resources, we do have the means, we just choose not to use them. COVID-19 has come and exposed a lot of things, our healthcare system, our education system specifically, and this is the time for us to just press the reset button, start over again, equalize the playing field, and use our resources to actually benefit the people.
I think my message to Namibians is just continue to be brave. Continue to stand up for yourself, and you know, in the same way that we salute the bravery of our freedom fighters, we want to be saluted 100 years from now for our bravery as well. So happy independence to all Namibians, and smile. Enjoy the fact that you are Namibian, but also do what you need to do to get things done, because it's a tough time right now for Namibians given everything that is going on. And we need to hold people accountable, we need to hold ourselves accountable, but above all of that, we need to love each other. Happy Independence Day.
As we celebrate 31 years of independence, Itzarab took to the streets and asked Namibians to assess their living condition and to speak on the country's successes and failures. Here's what people had to say.
I'm happy with the fact that we're living in a stable and a peaceful country. I don't like the idea of crowd control with real bullets. I think there is enough resources that everybody in this country should have a house, be able to go to school, have water, have toilets. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Yes. A functioning hospital or two extra would be great. Weirdly, how the SWAPO Party headquarters is so strategically located right across a problem child of infrastructure, if I can call it that.
Textual memory does matter. I'm from Zimbabwe. I came here in Namibia for looking for a job, but I did not get. But anyway, Namibia is a very nice country. It's to my side. It's very peaceful, unlike other southern countries we've been before. And this Namibia, since we'll be celebrating on the 21 for its 31st birthday, I say congratulations to our Namibia. Yes, again.
But there is good, and I think Namibians have woken up to the fact that all this time there've been people with very deep pockets helping themselves. And I'm glad that Namibia as a nation is standing up and saying enough is enough.
Oh, my dream for Namibia is, personally, I have a dream which is to emancipate women, emancipate African women. That is one dream that I really, really want to accomplish, but as myself, I'm also struggling, so it is hard for me to help other women, because I am also in my own struggle at this moment, so I cannot give a hand while I also need one. So an organization of empowering women, that is one of my dreams. As I call myself, is an intermediate African woman, because I want to be part of my African roots, but I also want to be able to be in the the word is gone.
Global. You want to have an international impact.
Yeah, international impact on African women also. So it's where I want to start with the people that I live with in the community, and it takes a lot. And I am not able to help them other than just encouraging them on my status and telling them not to give up and try to do something.
Here in Namibia, the old people, they are benefiting something. Even the ladies without husbands, single ladies, their kids are also benefiting. And like in Zimbabwe, we don't get that. So I would say your government is doing well. It's doing well for real.
My message is that the government must really look good after us and not eat our money. It was a shock for us to hear all these things who was happening, and I'm thankful for the sickness who was coming here to take all these things out. Otherwise we should not know. So we don't want a government like that. They must be fair and look really after us, not eat our money. That's the message I want to give.
I was really shocked, not shocked, but I was terrified because I thought I would actually lose my job, as I'm just a casual also. So I thought that I was gonna get the short end of the stick. But then luckily I'm still standing and I'm still working, but yeah, I'm still praying for something else to come up and help us. And actually I see a lot of young people trying to do something, but so I see a little bit of brightness. Yeah, there's gonna be some light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah.
I'm hoping for all these junior girls, all these upcoming kids to get their jobs, even to also extend their vocational places so they can go and help themselves with their hands. Some people are not illiterate in school, some are just good in their hands. So I wish the government should just extend the vocational
completion in education or finding a job. It is extremely difficult because if you haven't completed your education, you don't really get a job that can help you out. That is one of the first things that I would say. And you don't have much income generating jobs rather, as people don't do things for themselves. Even if we look at the street vendors, they are mostly female doing that, and they are elderly ladies and not young people, because what they're basically doing is being at home. So
no, the government didn't do the best for us. I think he learned a lot now, and I hope in the future we will have a fair government, right and fair government who look really after us, not eat our money.
So maybe the ruling powers that be can invest a little more where investment is needed, and maybe look at prioritizing what needs to be prioritized before digging into deep pockets and before eating the money. That would be nice. Despite the fact that we have our problems, and I'm sure they can be rectified if the right people do the right things and have a conscience, grow a conscience, I would like to say very happy Independence Day to Namibians.
It's a Wrap spoke to a variety of Namibians and asked them what they will be celebrating this Independence Day and what their hopes for the country's future are. Check this out.
I think one of the good things in Namibia, one of the things that I like here in Namibia, is that we have invested in our education. The system of free education has helped to take kids from the street to the education system, and this helps to reduce poverty, because if we have wise kids, if we have wise people, they will generate employment, and this will help the country.
I'm hoping for better change and more equal opportunities for the rest of us, because the educational system has increased and it has become better. We are an international power with the rest of the countries. It's just now that we have our graduates, we just have to give them an equal opportunity to push them forward. And I feel like if we all have enough jobs, then we'll have extra income to disperse to the people that, as you see, are running around trying to make ends meet.
Change of leadership, really. With leadership, I don't have any comments, but I would say what we've achieved so far is peace, stability, and yeah, basically countries like certain other African countries have war and stuff. We are just peaceful, but then the lows or the failures that I can say, it's corruption, failure of the leaders to implement certain laws and stuff.
Yeah, I came here for a holiday, so I stay with my parents, but I observed some of Namibians, what their goodness, their dope. I'm staying here, I have observed 3 or 4 things. They are nice. When you're hustling as a youth, they don't harass you. We are just living in a peaceful country.
First of all, I would like to say Namibia is a good country, it's a peaceful country, though there is a lot that was exposed during COVID time, and some of these things which were exposed is not like things that we were prepared for. But I'm hoping for the lessons that we learned from COVID. There's a lot that we need to do, especially when we look at our manufacturing sector. There's a lot that needs to be done because it showed us that we depend on South Africa. So we need to have a lot of companies that are doing manufacturing. If only the government can fund people who can do the manufacturing side.
As an African country, as a nation, I think that we should invest in what is dominating the world right now. And currently we are in a technological era. So I think that we should invest in technologies. We should have our own citizens developing our own cell phones. We should have our own citizens developing our own furnitures instead of sending them to foreign countries and then buying them again. So we should invest in factories, we should invest in industries, because by doing this, we will be self-dependent. So when you're self-dependent, you don't spend money on other people. So the money will be produced by you and it to stay with you.
I think the government should really stop that approach of just putting too much into education or whatever. We should get the government to start teaching people more about life qualities, because some of these people, it's just school, but then after school, then you don't really know what's going on. You're just falling around and stuff. So yeah, I would really urge the government to really teach people about life goals, like life, things that are more important in life than just buildings and whatsoever. The money that they put into certain buildings, it really doesn't help. People are down there starving because they don't have no idea of what life is or what's going on.
Personally, I think because of the lack of voice of the people, I feel like that's caused by the thought of, if I make this step or if I say these words now, will it ever make a change? That's what I feel is holding most people back. That fear of, if I do now, like if I do something now, it won't do anything for me. So they'd rather keep quiet and complain to those that have no power to change. But they don't realize that there's power in the people. You know, if the people decides we're gonna stand up and from here, everyone that you see here takes a march up to town and at least tries to convince. I know we've done this in the past many times with countless protests and riots. Okay, not riots, but you know, people get angry. I feel like if there's more frequency of that, the people up top can feel like, okay, people are really starting to argue. So for me to save my own job, I have to try and make a move.
For the future, I hope that we continue with investing in education, and I hope that we invest more in our health sector, because when our health is okay, the society will also be okay. So yeah, this is what I hope.
From the political change, I feel like it adds a bit of turmoil as many people think about what their future is going to be like with who's going to be in power. But if they just keep from these petty little squabbles trying to, you know, get the better position as the other men, and then we all just work together in solidarity, I feel like we'll move in tenfold as a country.
For me, really, I would look at it during COVID pandemic, because a lot was exposed during COVID. I think as Africans, they tried to work together, because when COVID came, we had different people from different countries. So unity was shown and solidarity was shown during that time, because help was given to all the Africans, really. Despite whether you're coming from any other country, but help was given to everybody.
the prospects for the future, or my prospects, is that I just hope with this independence, I hope everything will become better, especially with politics and whatever. I just hope the birth of our country means something that we can all, look forward to.
My message is, let's celebrate. Let's not forget that COVID is for real. We need to mask up all the time. We need to sanitize all the time. That's all I can say.
I would say we are 31 years now. Go out there, go enjoy yourselves. Take it very seriously, because we've really, our ancestors or the 4 people before us have really worked hard. They've really fought for this country. So just go out there and have a good time.
I just hope for solidarity, equal opportunity for us all, and maybe for the healthcare system to get a bit better, because there are people dying. Let's put aside the whole corona. People are dying from other illnesses that is now being cast a shadow over by corona, so we tend to forget these things. So the healthcare system needs to be pushed up, and if that happens, I feel like we'll be okay as a nation.